Welcome to MagicGatheringStrat. I'm Dan, and today I'm gonna practice with Blue-Black Trinket Control, and I have my buddy Tools360 with me. He is gonna play different decks against Trinket, and we're starting with Affinity. So you know the Affinity matchup is a strong one for Trinket, but it can quickly get out of hand. But here we have turn 4 Augur with Undying Evil. That is probably pretty good against him. We are gonna get a Swamp. If he doesn't play creature on turn 2, it's happy times for Trinket. And that gives us time enough to play. Oh, we can even have protection for the Augur. So we are gonna play Capsule and Aqueduct. And then if he has a Galvanic Blast, we can Undying Evil the Augur. We'll get 3 cards for the Augur instead of 4, but that's okay. Carapace Forger is of no consequence. We'll kill him with Tragic Slip next turn, and we're not afraid to take 1 hit from him. But we do need to get the Augur online here. So this is Augur of Skulls. Need to check my settings. You can't forget to have a stop in your upkeep. And now he needs to play his cards, otherwise we are gonna take them all. And if we get to take them all and then Tragic Slip the Carapace Forger, we are in a pretty good spot. But here is more cards coming. And it might be a Tog. That switches the target for the Tragic Slip, I guess. Especially if I don't draw mana. We will still go for all the cards. Oh, we do have the Capsule as well. Sorry, we are just overpowered. Okay. This is pretty representative of a game against Affinity. So, I want that card. And I want that card. Okay, let's hope we draw land and we can do both Tragic Slip and Capsule. Otherwise we'll do the Tragic Slip, because that is enabled just now and may not be enabled next turn. 9 plus Fling if he draws it. Will he draw Fling? Probably not, and we can kill the A-Tog next turn. So I think it's correct to kill the Carapace Forger. Because the A-Tog is not just not dangerous enough yet. So next turn we'll be able to both Trinket Mage and kill the A-Tog, stopping his entire offensive. If he drew Fling now, can he kill me? Probably. Myr Enforcer is a problem, and that probably makes Myr Enforcer the guy we want to kill with this Capsule. We'll just have to fetch the other Capsule. And this is me fetching a Capsule. Is that the correct English pronunciation? Or capsule? 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 I'm not sure. Well, we don't have to do that now. So we are going to block the Frogmite. The 8 can become a 13 power creature. That is still not dangerous enough, and we might just kill it next turn instead. And now we're taking no damage, which is pretty sweet. Chittering rats, very nice. This is Executioner's Capsule, this is 8 dying, and this is me drawing 2 cards. And Diabolic Edict is just nasty now. There's a target, if there ever was one. Though I really... yeah. I will have to kill the Frogmite with Edict sooner or later, so... I might just do it now. Commence endless stream of Muldrifters! Yes! There we go. I hope he draws Fling now, or something he can't play like this. Because then I will mess him up with... or will I play? I think it's more important to play. I will deploy all rats and go for land. Because I really want him to do nothing and me to have 5 power on the board. But he's drawing 2 lands, and that's... so it's important in Magic to not think that you're a genius when your opponent is drawing 2 lands. It's just him having mana problems. So this game is not very representative. But is it post would let him out of his problem, as it can't kill him fast enough. Well, now I'm just gonna play Muldrifters and lands and be happy. There's a Trinket Mage, and it's a Trinket Mage for Lifestaff. That will get me... I will work on getting out of... I am already out of fling range. Okay, it's just 2 more power. 3 more power, as I got the Lifestaff. Some poor smuck destined to stand in the way. Oh, it's the Shaman. The Shaman is not anything to be afraid of for Trinket, because he will just wreck his side of the board, and Trinket doesn't care for its creatures. And it doesn't even kill the Muldrifters. Though he will have to use it now. 5, 7... No, we're not lethal yet. But if he doesn't block, we are lethal. So I'm not sure he sees that. So let's see if we can get the kill here. I just gave us the kill. Right? There's no way for him to gain life. Okay, that was pretty devastating for poor Affinity. Sometimes Affinity just kills itself, and that's probably what happened there. I want a Lifestaff. I do want my verdicts. It's debatable. We are not yet set on this sideboard. We do want to take out 2 Signing Bloods. we are not too happy about Chittering Rats. So maybe to I'm not too convinced about Spinning Darkness too, so I don't really know exactly what the sideboard looks like, because the sideboard has fluxed so much. But I'll go for that. And you could argue that Cryptrat isn't very powerful against him, but Chittering Rats is also not very powerful against a deck that Chittering Rat can't block a lot of his creatures, and he often doesn't have a card in hand. Wow, it's party time for Fume Spitter. I'm going to go for Fume Spitter Ogre here, of course. And I'll just kill him, because he needs to die. And getting the blue mana. Oh, it's just a 2/2 now. I want to kill it while it's a 2/2. Oh, the combo. Very nice. Okay, so we have a 4-turn combo coming up. Oh, we don't, because we have 2 coming to tap lands. Come to play tapped lands, which is so. We'll probably go for the Ogre of Skulls, Undying Evil, but there goes our Undying Evil. I think sideboarding in Duress is a mistake for Affinity, because we have so few targets for Duress. We often empty our hands of the targets, and we play so many creatures that I would rather keep Affinity's strengths, like the flings and stuff. I don't know what you take out for your Duresses, but I think it's wrong. So you get to have no cards, but you do get to have 2 4/4s. And that's pretty bad for me. Got to top deck some removal. And if he finds like a Frogmite or something, I'm just dead. And even if I find a Guess Verdict, it's gonna put me at 4 lives. Getting the blue mana. And as a crisis solution, or crisis thing here, I might just... Yeah, I'm gonna have to go for the Evoke and hope to find a Tragic Slip. I do have the mana already. I should probably have played the Swamp before, but I don't find it, and I'm dead. So turn 2 and turn 3 Carapace Forger is often possible to handle. I don't think Spinning Darkness would have helped there. I'm fairly confident with the sideboard. I don't know about the 4th Cryptrat really. Signing Blood is better against Affinity than you think, but I'm going to try out the Spinning Darkness just to get more experience with it. I want to play first. This is an awful hand. It does have everything once I draw a land. And I do have the Fume Spitter Tragic Slip thing for the early defense. So I am gonna keep it anyway. I need to keep some 1-landers if they're good, because I play so few lands. Like all Pauper decks, but I think Pauper decks are often underestimating the times they have to mulligan and the times they have to keep. Oh, that's a shame for my... I hope he's taking Tragic Slip here, otherwise he would be... Well, there the rest proved its point, but it didn't take the Tragic Slip. It took the Edict. Okay. It was... the removal wouldn't have been there if you took the Tragic Slip. And that's... but there it is. And one good thing with keeping hands with few lands is that everything you draw will matter. And now this looks like a god hand. Yep. This is Carapace Forger, but the devil has decided that Carapace Forger has to die. Oh, this is just the perfect game now. I'm getting time to set up. I have Sign in Blood. I have removal, I have a cycle land. He is stumbling on red mana, he's stumbling on blue mana. So, it's time to put him in the grave. And we get the combo, and he doesn't have any way of interacting with the combo. So let's just combo off. Draw the 2 cards, so they don't know if I draw Undying Evil or not. Cast Undying Evil. We're gonna discard a card here, but that will be a positive problem. Augur, Sign in Blood. I think the discard, we did play a land, didn't we? Yes, I think the discard here is, we do need that land, so I would discard an Augur. I don't think I will be able to play the second Augur in time. I was recently asked about why we don't play on Earth instead of Undying Evil, and that there were many reasons. You can read it in the comments to my last play session, but the combo Muldrifter Undying Evil is the big reason. Oh, I can't just hurt him so bad here. Well, I'm gonna swing. I'm gonna Fume Spitter the Disciple, because we don't like him. I'm gonna play the the mountain. Here we go. I'm gonna deploy Fume Spitter, and now I don't need the Baron more anymore, so I will cycle it next turn, or later. I will probably just play Muldrifter next turn if he doesn't do anything particular. I don't like Prophetic Prism in Affinity, as you know. It's such a waste. It costs so much mana. Terrarion is a lot better. You still get the card, you still get the mana fix. And I don't like the rest against Trinket, as you see. Getting rid of my Tragic Slip here accomplishes very little. And we'll just get rid of some of his cards. And now I'm gonna play Muldrifter before the attack phase, because I might draw something that affects my decision. I don't know what that would be, but I like that habit. And now we can just cycle the Baron more. The end of his turn. And even if I had played out Baron more there, I could get it back with Aqueduct later, but in the end it should be cycled sometime. Well, there's another target for Fume Spitter. We don't want Disciples on the table, because they tend to do evil things. Together with Togas. But I'm fairly confident we can put them all in the grave. We might be better off double Fume Spittering the... Oh. I think I'm going for Cryptrat for 1 here. I'm gonna force him to discard an artifact, or sacrifice an artifact, and then I can Fume Spitter him again and reduce his cards in play a lot. He's still at 13, so I can't lethal. I'm 5-9. I think it's better to play the controlish route. It's hard for him to sacrifice an artifact here, and he doesn't, so we are just having a party here. Let's draw some more cards. Keeping Signing Blood in here felt very, very good. It's really hard to know if Signing Blood should be in this. I normally take it out in aggro matchups, but Affinity is such a weird aggro deck that you're either getting hit with the whole world in your head, or you're not getting hit at all. And when you're not getting hit at all, you're in a top deck war, and Affinity is positioned to win top deck wars a lot more than most other aggro decks. Maybe Delver with Gushes and stuff have a way out of the top deck wars as well, but usually Trinket win top deck wars. But if you side out Signing Blood and he keeps Thoughtcast, which he always does, then you are in trouble. So we are 2-1 against Affinity, and we are off to the next match, which is it's time to play against Delver. And let me know if there is any specific Trinket matchup you want to see. The Delver matchup is somewhat less good than Affinity. The Affinity matchup is so incredibly good. And in the 1099 matchup special, Pauper Walkthroughs episode 7, which you should watch, we have a 75% win percentage against Affinity and a 72% against Delver, but we have a great difference between my win percentage against Delver and Power T's win percentage against Delver. And that usually means it's a skill thing, because he's a lot better than I am in Magic. I kept this hand easily, but it also has the first turn Fume Spitter, which is so essential against Delver, because Delver wins against you in two ways. And you are very favored in this matchup, but he wins in two ways. He gets an active ninja and can protect it, or he gets a first turn Delver that sticks. So killing this Delver is such a great thing, and I have been known to mulligan until I find a Tragic Slip and a Fume Spitter that can deal with that first turn Delver. You also hate Cloud of Fairies on the second turn, because they enable the ninja. And you hate double Cloud of Fairies even more, but he is now very short on cards. I hope, if he has the ninja here, we are in trouble. This also enables Spell Status Sprite, but you can't afford to play around Spell Status Sprite at this point. So we need to get Augur out, and Augur sticks. He might get snapped as well. But this Augur is going to wreck his hand. And his big hope now is having a ninja. And we are still not really equipped to deal with the ninja. We'll probably, if there is a ninja, we'll probably Signing Blood for and hope to hit a Tragic Slip for the ninja. Oh no, ninja, please. Oh no, ninja and active Augur. Well, sometimes Delver just doesn't work out, and we get to sexually abuse their hand like this. I would have snapped the Augur. And now we can spend some time setting up for the Muldrifter here. And if there's anything Delver hates, it's Muldrifters. They just block everything. And Muldrifter is a reason to play Frostburn Weird in Delver decks. Ona's Grace is much better against Cloudpost than it is against us, but it does help. And Ponder just sucks. Check out the Pauper Walkthroughs episode 3, why Messel has decided not to play Ponder and Preordain. I'm always happy to see Delver dawdle around with Ponder and Preordains and waste a valuable counter mana, waste the first few turns that are so essential for Delver, doing Ponders and Preordains, because it's just a big waste of time. Brainstorm is a lot better actually, also in setting up Delver. But check out Pauper Walkthroughs episode 3 for the reasoning. XMIMX disagrees with me, and he is a much better Delver player than I am, but he's not a much better Delver player than myself. Just Sign in Blood here. He doesn't have, because of his Ponder Preordain things, I don't need to fear Spell Status Sprite. Sign in Blooding into Spell Status Sprite would have been so devastating there that I might not have even cast it if he had 2 open blue mana. Shitting Rats is not the greatest thing in the world here. He only has 4 cards that can counter Muldrifter if he doesn't play Daze, and for some reason Delver decks don't play Daze now, and when they don't play Daze, they become even easier to play against with Trinket. So I'm now gonna just cast a Muldrifter every turn, or am I? Oh, tempting. Well, I might well draw a counterspell here. Getting this guy spell statted though would be a critical mistake. Die, evil sprites. And I'm playing this in order not to draw more lands, to reduce the number of lands in my deck, and I'm going for black, of course. I'm at 11 lives, but I'm not very afraid, of course. Spire Golem is he's nasty, but yeah, Muldrifter just outclasses him, because Muldrifter comes with 2 cards, one of which is often a removal spell that deals with yep, this is me playing Muldrifter, and I will play around Daze because Muldrifter is so critical. Oh, he said he played Metal Delver, by the way, so I know this, but he has Ponder and Preordain. Yep, better Delver players than me. Oh, the Hardcast Ninja, that's a sign that the game is almost over, because the Hardcast Ninja never draws the card. The Hardcast Ninja never gets the girl. I don't think he's playing Stitch Drakes, but they are problematic, so now I'm just gonna abuse him in all the ways I can think of. So now we know that not much will happen next turn either, the turn in which we play our second Muldrifter and draw some cards. It's another Hardcast Ninja. Okay, that Hardcast Ninja will have a hard time getting past Shitting Rats and my new Muldrifter, so I will let him live. Ninja is a great card, but he isn't too good at getting around an offense. Whoa, I am drawing cards. Lots of cards, and deploying Life Staff, getting Aqueduct online, and casting the Aqueduct. I'm not sure that's optimal. I have a full grip of cards, he has 1 card. And there is, I think, no way he can get out of this. And I'm tempted to Crypt Rat away his ninjas, but no, I'm gonna kill them the hard way. Do I have mana enough to trinket, capsule? I have mana for 2 trinkets and 1 capsule, and I think that's pretty good. So I'm gonna get the Trinket Mage for a capsule, and I want to put him in the situation where he needs to decide if he wants to kill the Shitting Rat with his last ninja, which of course naturally he will not do. And then I will tell him the bad news. I'm at 9 lives. That's a lot against Delver, so I don't feel any need to play the life staff. And I want more control over your creatures, sir. And I think we are close to the kill. Of course we will kill him next turn. Could we have killed him this turn? No. We could only have Crypt Rat it for 6. But here is a lethal Crypt Rat. And he puts the card on top. And Spire Golem doesn't do much. He's not tapped out. Oh, he doesn't have a card, so we have one. Yeah. Just gonna get some damage in so we can cryptate him to death. This is Crypt Rat signing off. We probably need to do it for 3. Okay, looking at the sideboard against Delver then, we miss Combat Witches because he didn't seem to be playing Frostbite when we had the Cloudfin Raptors, and they were the reasons we took out Combat Witches. Also Combat Witches were very good against Infect. So we don't like Chittering Rats against Delver. They don't block things in the air, and Delvers sometimes have an empty hand. We don't like Undying Evil against Delver because we are often in top deck wars with Delver, and Delver has ways of getting rid of it. So we found that Undying Evil. The next questionable card that I would take out if I wanted to sideboard in something else is Augur of Skulls. But we definitely don't need Duress, and from my experience by playing Delver also, Duress doesn't do anything against Delver because you are so creature based. So you'll often just get to Ponder or Preordain, and yeah, Duress and find a spell status sprite is really bad. I'm keeping this hand despite not having any early removal, and we will see if I get punished for it, because here's the first turn Delver, and I would really have liked to kill that thing. We don't even have the second turn capsule for it, but we do have a capsule sometimes in the future, and we have massive card advantage cards, so we might be able to pull out of this. He does flip, and now it's all a battle for sticking that Delver. And the biggest mistake Delver could do now is to cast a Ninja. To Ninja the flip Delver, that's something you never do. And we have a Durdle turn, where we just play this and get rid of that. So that wasn't very impressive. Next turn we'll have to kill the Delver, but he will probably have backup from someone who can get a Ninja. And I'm so happy to see Ponder there once again. It's just, yes, he spends his time pondering. And it just gets him closer to getting Muldrifted out of the game. So we're happy to see Ponders, and we hate Daisies, because Daze builds, and Cloud of Fairies, because they build the tempo base of his deck, and it's by tempo he's going to win against us, and Ponder and Preordain just kill tempo. So Delver hits us again. We are now on a 4-turn clock, and it's going to get worse. We will have to kill the Delver here. The question is what else we should do. We need to get the 5 mana as well. So we probably need to play the Expanse. We are killing the Delver now. Or are we killing it during it? No, we're killing it now. Because we don't want him to ninja in response. He might very well snap in response, but that also costs him tempo. And it's tempo that is going to win him the game. So we are getting closer to a massive card advantage. Next time we can Edict. And that snap didn't do much. And just us getting rid of the Flip Delver was very, very powerful. Trinket Mage will in the future block a ninja. He cannot get spell stuttered. Though we could go for double Edict here. Double Edict will prevent us playing Muldrift the next turn. But double Edict would be so sweet. Though it will allow us to be spell status. We are going to play around spell status sprite. Here is Counterspell, and that was very good to get out of his system, because now he only has 3 counterspells to save him from the Wrath of the Muldrift the next turn, but he flips again. That's crazy. Quicksand is not a problem for us, because we don't care about our creatures once they are on the table. But we care about taking 4 here, and there's no ninja. That's very good. He might now have a real counterspell again, which is going to suck. But we are at Muldrifter mana. So this is the time to play Daze, and this is why we hate Daze so much. He doesn't have Daze, but he have Exclude! Oh no! He's just grazing. And he needs to find 3 cards in his deck if he doesn't play Exclude. Exclude is a killer. Oh, nice! Okay. Sadly, we can't go for Muldrifter Fume Spitter next turn, so we'll probably just kill everything he has next turn, and then go for the next Muldrifter. We need to do that in the right order, because to play around spell status sprite, we are going to block the Delver here. Happily. We are still going to block the Delver, or the Cloud of Airs if it gives us that. But we really need to prevent some damage now. Because look at his hand. If you just get to play these cards, there is no Delver deck in the world that can withstand it. Oh, okay, yeah. So we are blocking the Cloud of Airs here. And that's just one more card. And now he's just in for a world of hurt. It's just gonna be good night for him. And yes, no! No, he's doing 1 less damage. Never, never ninja flip Delver. My god. That's just awesome. And that single card, it won't be able to beat this stream of doom that is coming from this side. And now the Delver can be Fume Spitted as well. Oh my god. Geth has decided that Ninja has to die. And now we can actually try to get his last card. We have 2 Muldrifters signing Blood Edict. I feel pretty confident about this hand. So if you place anything, we'll kill it, and if it doesn't play it, we'll augur it. And it's Ninja of the Deep Hours, signing in for his Diabolic Edict. So now we're gonna kill his entire hand and kill all his creatures. Even if they're only one each, it probably means we are in a good spot. So I'm going to kill the ninja because the ninja will cause problems eventually. And the Trinket Mage is just gravy. And I could see myself Trinket Maging for land here, because I am in so much control that I just need the mana. And then I can sign in blood. And being at 5 lives is pretty nice here. If I Trinket Mage for another land now, oh, I don't only have 1 blue mana, so I can't do that. Well, Trinket Mage is coming over, and we should probably have played the Muldrifter before to see if we draw like Life Staff. Yeah, get rid of those quicksands. That's very nice for Undying Eve, but we need to get rid of the quicksand sooner or later, so it's just a 1-for-1. Ah, and he draw the counterspell. So we are in for some Fume Spitter beatdown. And 2 Fume Spitters means that this time we'll go for the Life Staff. Except that we will cast Muldrifter and hope he didn't top deck one of his 2 remaining counterspells. No, he didn't. So we get more mana. And as we have the Muldrifter now for protection, we are not afraid of a spell status sprite, so we also have Tragic Slip. So we could very well, that was premature I think, just sign in blood ourselves to 3 lives. But now this Trinket Mage is going to get Life Staff. We don't need a capsule now as we have Spitter. Oh, that's a good card. Here's Trinket Mage. We need to get an Augur online here too. Trinket Mage wants Life Staff. We are casting Life Staff because we have Tragic Slip backup for spell status sprite. And now we are at 6 lives. We are hitting him. And we are gonna get rid of his cards. We have a Morbid enabler in Ogre of Skulls, so we don't need to do Fume Spitter shenanigans here. You are not allowed to have cards, sir. Can we kill him? 5, 7, 9. Snap on the Fume Spitter. Well, yeah, okay. So we got a ninja, we got rid of that guy. We have a legion of Fume Spitters. And after the attack we're gonna equip a Fume Spitter. You see Fume Spitter doing such great work against Delver. I can't really understand mono black control decks that don't play Fume Spitter. Especially if they play their beloved Unearth, so they can Fume Spitter again. This is lethal. And that means good night, Delver. Yes, okay, what's next on the list? We are going to do one more aggressive matchup. Let's try it against Stompy and then Dog Biscuit. The Dog Biscuit matchup, it's the great finale because that's the hard one and we don't really know about Temporal Fissure matchups. But I want more practice against the aggro decks, especially after my enormous mistake against Stompy in the Trinket versus Stompy video. That's 2 days old. Trinket is the hardest matchup against the aggro decks. And this is just not enough. We're gonna have to keep this. Double mulligan. Trinket recovers extremely well from mulligans. But this might be hard to recover from. We have an unusable Undying Evil. And here actually Unearth would be better. But he plays the only thing we could kill. And feel good about it. So we kill it. And we are now looking very much for a land of some sort. Any land will be good. Any land, I'm not picky, just give me a land. Nettle Sentinel first turn is a lot harder to handle than Queer Ranger first turn for Trinket. But we are stumbling on mana, and that is a sure way to lose against Stompy. You don't have many turns to handle the little green guys. Because they will wreck you. They will hurt you so bad. If I draw the Trinket Mage, if I can play the Trinket Mage now, I'm gonna get a land and get out of this, but I'm also gonna have Undying Evil for him. But it's questionable if I will have the time. I think realistically I have one more land drop. Otherwise I have lost the game. That of course is a nice card, but it's not nice enough. And I think this means I've lost the game. So you can easily do 12 damage in a turn here. Trinket Mage might save it, and here is Groundswell, so now at 10. But he only has growth spells. Oh. Okay. We need to use Capsule now because to nullify Wines of Yavimaya, and the target for Capsule is Pitskalk, as he is harder to block. Oh my god. Yeah, that's all she wrote. He probably has at least a Gather Courage and a Wines. Oh my god. Yeah, that's all she wrote. This is why Stompy is a very hard matchup. So let's move on to the second game. Against Stompy, we want the life staff, and we want everything we can that defends quickly. Shitting Rats are great against Stompy. They're always, it can block, they have small dudes. They also have cards in hand a lot due to Queer Ranger stuff. Okay, we don't miss the Combi Witches here because they actually don't do a lot against Stompy. We are taking out Ogre of Skulls, and we definitely don't want to do damage to ourselves. So it's basically just take out Sign in Blood and Ogre of Skulls, and you are on. We want to play first. This is Mana, Fume Spitters, Edicts and stuff. It looks great actually. And given that we start and he takes 2 mulligans, we will play the Bazooka Bog. to be able to play Shitting Rats on turn 3. Because Shitting Rats is devastating if you are stumbling. Here is just kill the elf. And this is why Diabolic Edict is so much better than Guess Verdict. And next turn will Shitter and just make him feel bad about himself. There's the guy that Shitting Rats can block. It's actually the perfect block. Okay, blocking Pit Skulk is even better. But we are now getting ahead on cards. So classic Shitting Rat 2-for-1. I remember the first time I saw Shitting Rat when I was playing Mirrodin, and I was like, this is so broken. And Pauper is so broken in itself that Shitting Rat isn't a super good creature in Pauper, but it has its uses, and there it was very, very good. Safehold Elite messes up our edicts, but he's not very dangerous when he comes back. So, well, let's have a field day. That is, we don't need to do anything right now. We'll just enable Lifestaff and sit around doing nothing until our superior card advantage just wrecks poor Stompy. Poor double mulligan Stompy. Once again, very important not to feel proud about yourself when you wreck a deck that has mulligan twice. This is an easy block because we need to kill that thing twice. And we are going to do it, and if we gain 3 life in the process, that's just awesome. Oh, Ledgewalker. Ledgewalker. Okay. We luckily have everything we need to deal with the Ledgewalker. And we will draw out a grow spell this way. But we need to be able to edict twice. We want to get rid of the Safehold Elite, but we can't edict twice now, so it's probably better to wait. Oh, we have 3 edicts. Another Safehold Elite. That's pretty bad. That's great protection. So we'll just have to kill that. And the Pit Skulk. Well, he is keeping us busy. So let's gain some life. Lifestaff is such an important card here, because it will give us time. But we are scared of the Ledgewalker. He now has... We have 4 creature kill spells, and he has 5 creatures. And I will kill the Sentinel here. Howlpack would suck now. We might need to start the Edict Fest. That's a lot of power on his side of the board. Okay, didn't sacrifice the Safehold Elite. And I'm fairly comfortable just casting Divination here. I do have a black mana open in case I draw Undying Evil, which will be a party, but I don't. I did find another mana. And I will Edict again to get him down to 4 power. That's a 6 turn clock. And should probably be able to find something to handle it. I thought I had that game wrapped up, but Stompy can recover, play creature. And the version of Stompy with Safehold Delete is the hardest to beat for us. Even if it's just a 1/1, it eats a removal spell. And that just sucks. It actually sucks so much that I will not even use Diabolic Edict here for the 1/1, but hope to find a blocker instead. So it's another 4. We take the island to the hand because we want to find, we want to have maximum Crypt Rat mana. Having 4 Crypt Rats makes for 4 great top decks here. Now I'm very scared of Hunger of the Hull Pack, so that's why I'm not killing Safehold Delete unnecessarily. That's a great card. So now we can block the Safehold Delete, the Fitzcalc. We still have to fear Hunger of the Hull Pack. On the Ledgewalker. Yeah, that's not very nice. And now we will kill the Safehold Delete by blocking, because that will Give me something. A Tragic Slip is something. And now we can actually wipe his entire team. Okay. So we are killing Safehold Delete. And we are gonna wait for the Hull Pack here. There's the Hull Pack. So that's when we are killing the Fitzcalc and the Ledgewalker. But we needed to get that Hull Pack out of his hand. Oh, we don't like that guy. Another Ledgewalker. Well, we have a couple of good cards in our deck, and this is not one of them. Having Young Wolf protection for the Ledgewalker is just awesome for him, and we just can't use Diabolic Edict right now. Not unless we get it in combination with something. If we have another removal, we'll be able to get rid of the Ledgewalker, while Young Wolf is durdling around in the graveyard. This guy is a good card, I hear. And we almost have double life staff on him, and then we could edict ourselves if need be, but we're not going to do that now because we need to keep the edict. We are going to block Young Wolf here and edict the Ledgewalker if we can. Shinnon is bad news for us, of course. That also probably means he's not attacking this turn. So let's get a land out of the way. And find something good to do, and that's not it. So now we are really in a closer situation where we might have to edict ourselves. He needs he needs 2 growth spells here to kill us. Edict doesn't do anything. But now it's getting even more dangerous. Crypt rats, where are you? Everything is forgotten. Forgiven, I mean. Okay! It's time for the most interesting play today. Well, Undying Evil will edict this guy. Ah, that surprised Muldrifter. He thought he was our only defense. Ooh. Yaha, you are sitting with cards in your hands. I do not approve of that. It's not like we can swing. And he can still get past us with the Shinnen. Oh, he was sitting with a forest on his hand. That's not a good thing to do against Trinket. Slip. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to have the lifestaff on the same creature or not. I don't know really. But we still have time. Queron Ranger. We do have the power to kill off the Shinnen. So we could do that when he chooses to attack. That is, we verdict, he sacrifices Young Wolf, and then we tragic slip Shinnen. And this guy is pretty good. And that actually means we can start attacking. This is Trinket Mage. And he is going to get a capsule today. Because today it's capsule day. And of course we should have equipped Muldrifter with 2 lifestaffs instead of 1. As we have the mana. That was just stupid. And a mistake you should not do. Don't do stupid mistakes. You have to get every little edge you can in this matchup. What the fuck? I am blocking, I guess. Huh, everybody has to block. Okay. Yeah, there is Hunger of the Hull Pack. Not much to do about that. The question is, can we actually raise him now? We kill Nettle Sentinel, we could kill the Queron Ranger. We'll attack with everything for 7-9. I think we could. Was that really that clever? Okay, we need one guy to get past the ledge walker, so we'll lifestaff him, attack for 7, hope he blocks with a young wolf, which he does. So now young wolf dies, and Geth has something to say about that. Okay, I'm fairly confident that was the right play. But it was hard, it's always hard. So we are 1-1 against Stompy. We are 100% confident we did the right sideboard. And I would love to try out Spinning Darkness. And there it is. But the rest of the hand looks like crap. But I can't send it back really. Maybe I should. This is very questionable. Because I need to draw land, and even then not much is happening except Chittering Rats, who will block that guy. But if I dawdle around now, and of course I should have played the Swamp there, because he could board in Gleeful Sabotage, and that would be devastating. Yeah, we are now set up for disaster. And it's these speed kills where it's actually not very dangerous with Young Wolf. And the plan against Young Wolf is, as always, to let him hit us all day. But now we really need a mana. And the mana base of Trinket is very greedy. And sometimes you pay for that. And him having 5 power now means that if we don't cast Trinket Mage now, or Chittering Rats, we are in a world of hurt. We can do nothing except play that and be done, and we might even be dead this turn. So what I'm gonna do here is to play Trinket Mage for land or Chittering Rats, and equip Lifestaff. But I think Trinket Mage for the land is the right play. And I am probably already dead. But with Trinket Mage for land I could play Crypt Rats next turn. I can also Undying Evil Trinket Mage to get a capsule, but I'm so far behind now. That guy doesn't do a lot, but he blocks. And he is a black card for the graveyard. So it's probably Chittering Rats here, because we want to get the black card in the graveyard. So there's a blocker. Do we now want Fume Spitter? Can Fume Spitter actually do anything? It can block one, and yes, Fume Spitter can do something. So we will play him. And then next turn we can do something. I'm not yet sure what. But this is a dead shitting rat. Oh. So we're blocking Nettle Sentinel, we are blocking Safehold Delete. We are reducing him 1 power, that will mean only 2 damage. He didn't play Forest, so he doesn't have a landfall for Groundswell. So I think we'll live 1 turn. Hunger of the Howl Pack is pretty bad for us, of course. But that means 2 cards in the graveyard. Verdict. We would love to have a blocker too. So we can Trinket Mage, get the land, have a blocker, have Verdict, and Spinning Darkness. Or Undying Evil's Verdict. As Verdict doesn't do much. I think it's Undying Evil, Spinning Darkness. And it's Spinning Darkness on the Safehold Delete then, probably. Yes, that's what I'll do. So he's blocking there. We're casting Undying Evil. Probably for another land. And we're casting this on the Safehold Delete. And if he has Vines of Westwood now, we're just doomed. But he doesn't. We go up to 11. We can now go Capsule. We are going to get Capsule. Because we need to kill that giant dude. And I think Capsule equip Lifestaff is pretty good here. Though getting Crypt Rats into play would be, we'd also have the combo, but we need to kill Sentinel here. So we are equipping Lifestaff, and it's a horde of 1/1s. That we can kill off now. And of course we should have hit Sentinel on my turn. Vines would be a disaster. And we are going to block the Young Wolf here. Just 1 damage, and we need to kill them. If we draw a land now, we can actually Crypt Rat everybody. Because we need 3 mana for that. We don't, but we get the Fume Spitter. Are we safe enough to play the combo? Or are we just going to Fume Spitter a lot? Yeah, this is what we're going to do. Then we'll have Cryptrat for the world next turn. Think we're safe. Double, like, no, we can't do that. Feel pretty good about this. Yeah, they're coming, all of them. And we'll block there. We will not sacrifice the Fume Spitter prematurely to prevent Hunger of the Howl Pack. Okay. So this looks pretty good. We can just swing with these guys. And then we're gonna Cryptrat the world. Okay, so the first thing we do will happen first. So we're gonna Cryptrat for 2 and then Cryptrat for 1. And any growth spell will save somebody, but we'll still get 3 lives, so we will need to do 9. Is this really clever? Or should we just play? If I Cryptrat for 1 and then Verdict. That's interesting. Okay, let's try. Okay, I Cryptid for 1. And if nothing happens here, if it doesn't do anything, everybody dies, there is a wolf that I can Verdict. So I'm happy with this. Yes. There is a wolf. And we do kill him. We go to 11. We equip Life Staff. No, wait a minute. We play Fume Spitter. We have managed to retain the combo in our hand. Oh, Ledgewalker is bad news, but it's not that bad. And it's time to combo off, because we are secretly a combo deck. And Wines of Westwood will wreck us, but it's still a 3 for 2. So let's look at the cards first. That's a pretty good card. And I think that's all she wrote. That was a close shave with Stompy. And 10, how much damage can we do? We can actually do 9. Wow, Hidden Spider is just so bad. It should never be in the sideboard of Stompy. Scattershot Archer is a lot more powerful. So just never play Hidden Spider. But I will foil it by not playing my Muldrifter. Against my deck, Hidden Spider is probably better, but just me getting 2 cards for the Muldrifter means that I will find the removal for the Hidden Spider. And the thing is that I get a choice of when the spider turns into creature. So yeah. So I beat Stompy this time, and now it's time to face the beast, Simic Storm. And this is my last loss in a final of Daily. Okay, so now we're facing Simic Storm, and we are now the aggro deck. So we need to think about how aggro this is, and it is fairly aggro. Shitting Rats is good. We are happy with this. We are gonna go look for a blue the first turn. And this guy, we are not happy when he preordains. Because we are now the aggro deck. Because his late game is so powerful with Temporal Fissure. That guy is good news. Because we do love to get rid of his cards. Ooh, Chupa Sprawl is something we don't like at all. Any acceleration there puts him in the middle game much faster. And we need to try to keep him in his early game for as long as possible. So let's do disruption as much as we can of it. Oh. Goddamn Oracle. I'm checking my hand like 3 times a turn now for Undying Evil, but we don't have it. So this discard doesn't do very much. He has a lot of cards he can discard. And he will retain his card draw and be able to recover pretty quickly. We got rid of a Fissure. That's awfully nice of him. It probably just means that he has another one. But we are being troublesome. We now need to get removal online, and we also need to draw cards. So we are in a bad spot. That's a hard cast Mulldrifter. Way too early. And we can't risk falling behind here. We want to kill the Mulldrifter. So we'll be happy to trade here. Having active Crypt Threat would be awesome. Can he go off next turn? Yeah, he probably can. So we are going to play it safe. And I don't know really. Now we have creature protection, so he can't go off easily with this little mana. Otherwise he could have played Cloud of Fairies and gotten a lot of value out of it. We'll probably kill the Mulldrifter if he taps out, so he doesn't have Flicker. Though that is not very likely to happen. We could probably Edict here at the end of his turn. That will give him a Flicker opportunity for 3 cards, but Coiling Oracle would at least die, whereas Flicker would save him totally. And we got to use our mana if we are to win. So I am edicting. And please comment on my play. That goes for all the matches, but especially this one, as we are so uncertain on how to win this. I would love to sign in blood here. Is that more powerful? But he has only 2 cards, so I'm going for those 2 cards. Keeping capsule mana open to prevent his shenanigans. But I'm really scared right now. I'm not too scared of him beating me to death with a Muldrifter before I beat him to death. Is casting it. He might have double flicker. But flicker on a Muldrifter, it's not too dangerous. It's just a divination. He's snapping the augur and I can't really do anything about that. So well, let's just take the card advantage and live with it. Though he has plenty of mana. He is flickering, and do I allow this? If he has two flickers and nothing, if he has fairies, if he has a wall, I'm just dead. But I don't want him to gain the cards, so I'm going to kill the Muldrifter, and it's probably wrong. Yep, he had double flicker, and I'm just now at his mercy. So I wonder why he got rid of Augur before he knew if that was going to resolve. No wall yet though, I hope. Still has 6 mana. And his hand is empty. That's pretty awesome. And I am now going to go for the Crypt Rat for his entire team. I would love to find my Bojuka Bog. Okay, so I'm gonna have him at no cards, which is pretty good. And then let's work from there. So, attack. Crypt Rat away all the flicker targets. And Sign in Blood was the card I was supposed to play there, but alright. Sign in Blood. Grim Harvest for something. Probably Chittering Rats. Keeping mana open. Let's make you draw that stuff again. keeping mana open. Though I could keep... Will he play something? I could keep a Crypt Rat open, but what if it's a wall? No, I need to keep it open. So I have a 2-turn clock now. And I'm happily not gonna have a 2-turn clock. Bye. Now I'm gonna use the Augur to attack. Wait a minute. 3 plus 4. Yeah, Crypt Rat is lethal here. So let's go for it. I just seem to have a tool's number today. Okay, so 1-0 against Simic Storm, and we need to think about sideboarding. Okay, that wasn't very easy. We want the spell bomb. We want all the discard we can find. Yeah, we're taking out Life Staff. We are taking out 3 Edicts. And we are taking out Chittering Rats because there's nothing for them to block. So even though they felt great, Duress and the targeted discard is a lot better. So now it's just time to wreck his hand, and this is a great setup for wrecking his hand totally. We're gonna discard 5 cards by turn 3. That should be enough against the combo deck, especially as the first discard is targeted. So we'll get his best card and his 4 worsts. And then we just need to put him away before he recovers. So, Cloud of Fairs, repeal. We're not very afraid of repeal, but we could take the Overgrowth here and just wreck his mana base. And that's what we are going to do. And now we're just in for the enormous discard fest. If we draw another swamp, we could actually discard even more cards. We have one more turn to draw another swamp. But discarding 5 cards should be enough to win, and now we have the combo as well. So that should be pretty devastating for Simic Storm. Oh, and he misses the land drop. What a nice discard. And he will... Did he have... I should have taken notes of his card. He doesn't have anything against this. So we have totally abused his hand. And of course this is better than the combo, because we need to destroy his chance of playing something. So I wonder what is better now, to play the Expanse or the Aqueduct. Ho 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 ho! That was just overkill. Okay, I see that he still has some cards. We're gonna have to deal with that. This was not what happened when I came up against that 3-0 daily event Simic Storm deck. So, Cloud of Fairies, it is you. Well, him having Cloud of Fairies on the table is probably a bad thing for us. This is me beating down with Ogre of Skulls. And I will regenerate if he blocks. And then cast Signing Blood. Though I can't see why he would block. It's not like Ogre of Skulls is very dangerous here. But this guy is... Ooh, Fume Spitter. How I love you. Okay, he's stuck between an Ogre of Skulls and... okay, so we can... We'll Fume Spitter his guy. We'll combo off with the Muldrifter. Woohoo! Draw the 2 cards. Now we got to target the right Muldrifter, and I think it was that one. So he's undead. We get to play that. And we have just destroyed destroyed this Simic Storm deck. But will we be able to kill him off in time before he gets crazy stuff going? Yes, probably. This is 6, it's a 3-turn clock. Can we even get it to be a 2-turn clock? I think so. We do have Signing Blood for damage too, so I think we're just mass deploying power here. Okay, new plan. Get rid of his graveyard, so now he has no cards in hands and no graveyard. That's where you want the Simic Storm deck to be. So I'm hitting for 6, and then I'm hitting for 8 and casting Signing Blood on him. Drawing some cards. Well, this is how you beat Affinity, Delvers, Stompy, Simic Storm in a row. Do you want any more arguments for playing this deck? Please don't play this deck, because that will place me in the horrible situation of having to play the mirror match. And I will not speak of the mirror match. The first rule about knowing the Trinket sideboard plan is to never speak of the sideboard match, of the mirror match. But I don't want to face the mirror, it's horrible. So, this is me signing off. Thank you a lot, Tools. Sorry for being a luckbox and wrecking you in all 4 matches. It's been awesome. Thank you for watching MagicGatheringStrat. I'm Dan, and I've been playing Blue-Black Trinket Control against Affinity, Delver, Stompy and Simic Storm.